All right, guys. So it's been 1 month, and we are up 150% on our portfolio. So we're at like a little bit over $4,900 right now, and we started from 2,000. So that was on November 17th, and now it's December 16th, which we actually still have one more day left. But I would say roughly about a month ago, we made a 150% gain on our portfolio. So let me just kind of talk to you guys about like how I did it, what stocks I kind of look for, and just kind of go on with that. So as far as what I trade small cap. So right here is my radar, and a lot of people ask me like what I'm trading because it's different. So as far as like like my average hold time, like I'm in and out like within like 20 to 30 seconds, or I would say maybe 10 to 30 seconds. So as soon as I get in on a trade, I'm done in like 20 seconds from there. So I would get in and then get out like 20-30 seconds, or maybe even 10 seconds sometimes. So it's like a lot quicker, and as you guys can see, I'm making like a lot of money because I'm trading small caps. So now the difference between like small caps and like large caps. So like if we look at Tesla, so Tesla's like a large cap. So if we got Tesla, so this was today, and then like we look at November 17th, which was when we started our $2,000 account challenge. That right there is about an 18% gain. So if we bought from a month ago, the bottom of here, and we sold at the very top right here, that it went up about 18% in one whole month. So one whole month was 18%. However, if we if we trade small caps with, for example, if we did AMCI, in just a matter of 1 hour, we're making 2 times the amount of what we would have made on Tesla in one whole month, and just 1 hour. And this is nothing. So this is, this right here is a 50% gain. And that was just an example. And I'll definitely bring a trade that I traded the other day. But for example, we also had SMX this month, and SMX did huge, right? So as you can see, I'm going to zoom in on the daily time frame. So like, I mean, I know SMX was like a different play, but like something that like for example, like SMX, you can see that maybe like 3 weeks ago was at $27 and went up to $490. So this right here is basically like the stocks that I trade. So this right here is about, look, it's almost a 3,000% gain in just a matter of what. So if we traded this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in 1 week, it went up 3,000%. It's something that Tesla and these large cap stocks will never ever do. I mean, I don't think they'll ever, in 1 week, I don't think they'll even get up to 50%. So but if we trade these small cap stocks that kind of has like this I guess you can say these characteristics and these traits, you're going to make a lot more money in just a little bit of time. So a lot of people kind of just say, hey, like Evan, like, hey, why are you making so much more money so quickly? And it's just because I trade small caps. I don't stick to like large caps or any of that stuff, or like Bitcoin or crypto or like the futures market. It's all the financial. I stick to the financial markets, and I stick to small caps. So like small caps, if we take our radar right here, a small cap is basically like a small company. So as you can see right here, it says free float. So free float is like another term for like supply. So like anything with a small supply. So that would be like a million right here. So as you can see, 1 million, 2 million, 1 million. This right here is under 1 million, so 613,000 supply. So like the lower the supply, and if it's on our radar, as you can see right here, our radar is a top gainer. So anything that's like I guess gaining at the highest right here, you can see percent change. So like anything that is basically moving up above 11% is going to be on the radar. So if it's like for example, on something that looks like this one, AMCI, like it went up 63% at, only 100 million supply free float with 70 million volume coming in. So we traded the whole supply, 77 times over. So it just goes to show like how these prices is going to be moving a lot more faster and quicker than Tesla and all that stuff. So that's why we're going to be making a lot more money a lot quicker. So let's going to go into like just kind of what I'm looking for. Now, as you can see, all these things I'm trading, it's a low supply, like 1 million, 2 million, even less than 1 million. But if we look at Tesla, if we look at the quotes right here, you can see that the free float is 2.91 billion. So it's why I stick to small caps, because Tesla has about 3 billion supply, which is a lot. So that's why, yeah, like it does move a lot, but it does have a lot of volume, but again, like the supply is just so much where, it moves, but it just doesn't move like small caps does. So if we look at small caps, we're making incredible money. Like right here, for example. So this happened yesterday at 4 o'clock. So, and we're on the 1 minute time frame. So this was 4:06, this was 4:07, this was 4:08. So in 3 minutes. So let's measure this small cap in 3 minutes from here all the way up to here. Look, about 100% gain in 3 minutes. So this is all coming from small caps. So only small caps is going to move like this. But the thing is that a lot of people don't trade something like this because it's kind of dangerous. It's scary because things are going up so quickly, but also it can go the other way around and it can go down very quickly. So that's why you kind of be careful about it. That's why maybe most people doesn't really trade it. Most people don't hear about small caps, but like just anything that's just kind of rapidly going up, like squeezing, is going to be something that I'm going to be trading. Anything that has like a lot of momentum and a lot of buyers stepping in, but I know the price is going to move up pretty insanely. That's something I'm going to be trading. So that's like kind of like what I'm looking for on something like this. So this was in the after hour, so I didn't trade anything like this, but let me kind of show you something, because I bet you the way that this turned out, if I was watching this, I bet you I would trade this, and I'll show you like the setup I'll be looking for. So for example, we were trading CYN today. So CYN, as you can see, again, it's like small caps, right? So it spikes up very hard, and then I wouldn't say all the time it goes all the way back down, but sometimes it may hold up very well and then make another higher high. But for CYN today, it went up and then it dumped all the way back down. So CYN, I made over $200. So again, guys, we're at $5,000 right now. So like, it's almost like, it's like a snowball effect. So I'm putting all my portfolio into these trades. So like the more money I make, so if I'm at 5,000, on a winning trade, I may make a few hundred, and then now when it gets to $10,000, then now I'm gonna be putting $10,000 in. So it's like a snowball effect. So like the more money I have in my account, the more money I'm gonna be making per trade. So I remember when I was like making like $20, $30 a trade, like on an average winner, it would be like $20, I think, or like even $10. But then now, like an average winner now is about like $100, $200. So as you guys can see, it's growing pretty quickly. But on CYN, so this is where I traded. So we saw CYN spiked up, and again, so when CYN popped up, it popped up on our radar. But then as you can see, so CYN isn't on here anymore because it dumped all the way back down. As you can see right here, it dumped all the way back down. So it's not on our radar anymore, but it was on our radar at the time. So as you can see, it went up, it went back down, and then as soon as this candle formed, I bought in right here. I bought in right here because I was looking for that. It's like that curl up. So I thought it was going to probably pass like the high of this, and it did. So it went up here. I sold half of it, and then as soon as this red candle happened, I just kind of sold the rest. So I made a quick profit there, and then what happened over here? So it ended up just kind of doing its own thing here. I wasn't really paying attention to it. Then we saw it spike up here, but as you can see, like imagine it kind of going like past this. I mean, it would have been great, but it didn't, because we see a resistance right here. So if we just draw like a little line right here, look. So it just kind of came back up and it bounced off of that, and it just kind of went lower. But I traded this candle right here because I knew that, hey, it's almost like, hey, it goes up, it's going down, and I'm waiting for that next curl up. I was just waiting for that. I wasn't forcing the setup. I was just kind of waiting for it. And as soon as I saw that candle, then I saw it, and then we took a little bit of profit there. But again, it didn't, as you can see, it didn't really do much. It ended up topping at 425 and ended up kind of pushing all the way back down. So I wish it was like a bigger gain, but it was really nothing. But glad to kind of make over $200 on that move. So just kind of remember what I'm saying. So it's that push up, and then it's that like small little pullback, and then it's that curl upwards. So that's kind of what we're looking for. Let's go to that AMCI thing, because honestly, I didn't even look at the AMCI at all. AMCI went up today, which is why I pulled it up. But as we can see over here, it had a really nice move. Had a 100% move. So just remember just what I just kind of told you about that curl up. So let's go ahead and let's go back. Because on a 1 minute time frame, you're not going to really notice that. All you see right here on the 1 minute time frame is just three green candlesticks. You don't really see anything with that. So that's why we have to have a lower time frame to kind of understand what's going on. So as you can see right here, so we have a nice push up, right? Now we have a wick right here. So it was that small little pullback, and as soon as it came right here on this candle, it's something I would have bought in. It gets a little more complicated at this point because it's a little more tougher to read at this point. But if you're reading here, I think the best thing to do is if we change our line style to like a line, as you can see, right, it goes up right here, and as you can see, it's that little small pullback, and then it's that push up. And then it's that small little pullback, and then it's that next push up. So that's kind of like, like what we're kind of looking for. Even on something like this, it's that spike up, it's that little small pullback, and it's that next push back up. So if we we go back to our candlesticks, it's basically just like that. It's our push up. This right here is our pullback because of that wick. And then right here on this green candlestick, right here is our next push upwards. So obviously getting in there, probably still holding position at this point just because it didn't really break off too much, but then it ended up kind of going back down again, and then another curl back upwards, which we see there. It went very well. So on something like that, again, it's probably complicated because you guys don't really understand like the markets that like I do, but if you get used to it, you'll soon like understand what I'm kind of explaining to you guys. But yeah, it's just something I'm looking for, and again, it's small cap stock. So on something like this, again, it's 100% move right here in just a matter of 3 minutes. In small caps, it does this on a regular basis. I would say every day there's always something that's moving just like this, if not more, maybe less on some days. But again, it's huge moves. It's huge moves that you're always going to be making more money on something like this rather than a large cap stock. The only way you would make money on large cap stock is if you pour in $250,000 or $500,000 or even a few $1 million. That's when you'll be making some good money off large caps. But if you have like small amounts of money, or if you just want to make more money or just increase your portfolio just insanely, I would say small caps is like the way to go. But just follow me on Instagram. It's EvanKeen _ because I post all my profits there. You guys can like ask questions, give me feedback. If you just want to reach out to me, just reach out to me there. I'm more like active on there, but this is just like an update. So again, it's been about a month or 20 trading days, and we are up 150%. And that gives us to, a little bit over $4,900. So we're doing good right now. And our whole goal is to hit to, 100,000, or even $1 million. So just kind of follow me on this journey. I think it'd be kind of fun. It's a good learning experience for me too. And then, from there, I'm sure we'll do some other challenges too. I do have a few people lined up for challenges. I want to do something where it's like, like someone like me, like a hyper scalper, placing trades within 10-30 seconds compared to like a long-term investor, and see who just makes more money. And we'll probably do like maybe a few week competition or like a whole month competition to see who can make more money, a long-term investor or a swing trader versus someone like me that just kind of gets in and out very quickly. So it'd just be kind of fun to kind of talk about that, like the pros and cons of each side. But go ahead and reach out to me, follow me on Instagram if you guys have any questions, and peace.